Oh, I didn't notice that before either.
Yeah, it's in the show. It's one of the lines. I love it. All right.
Hello, everybody. I'm your Uncle Necro, and I'm welcoming you back to the Tomb of the Terrible, where we watch bad movies and make you sit through them as well. So, joining me tonight is the usual bout of friends here. Rasty Slasher, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Dell is obviously with us here. How you doing?
Doing good. We got the.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, he plays music. He was a gift from Karma to the show. So,
Yay, Karma! We love you, Karma.
Yep.
How we do?
And last but certainly not least, our girl Friday and our girl Josh. How you guys doing?
And our girl.
ooh, showing me up. And Tom Dog in the
Oh,
audience.
nice.
You know, it's a Barbie world. What are you gonna do?
Okay,
right?
so yeah. Okay, so tonight, normally we're doing something I normally don't do until after the holiest of holy days, Halloween, because it's kind of a seasonal thing. Tonight we're going over the movie Santa Jaws.
Ah.
And just as a recap here, Cody is an aspiring comic book artist who was presented with a pin that changes reality. When he draws Santa Jaws, it comes to life and starts doing away with Cody's family and friends. At first, nobody believes Cody, but soon his remaining family and friends, they find out that it's true and battle for survival. Who will win?
Ooh.
I
So
wonder.
yeah, normally, a little bit of a history here. Dell and I watched this a couple of years ago for my other podcast, the Movies and Bear podcast. We tried to record a show of that, but we were still kind of feeling around for how to record stuff, and it just didn't come out quite right. So it was kind of a lost episode. But finally, we're getting back to actually talking about it. I mean, you guys have all went ahead and seen this. What did you guys think?
Goofy.
Jing- jingle all the fucking way.
I got to tell you, I'll say it. I said it then, and I'll say it now. I didn't know what to expect, but it certainly wasn't this, and that's actually a good thing. So
We're gonna need a bigger holiday.
yes,
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Yeah. The, Patsy, if you're watching this, because you will. He's a Jaws fan. He's a shark fan. I know he's seen Santa Jaws, but oh, make sure you watch it for Christmas. I hope you do. It's got to be on the list because that's just oh my, the attempt at making this both a holiday the attempt at making this a holiday movie I don't think worked out as well as they intended it to with the heartfelt family moments because the heartfelt family just wasn't quite heartfelt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
But
it did have that certain. Um, why is my mind blanking on me?
Because you watch this movie.
Yes,
I mean, most
it has
people
that
watch
certain
it today.
hallmark quality to
Yeah.
it
Here was my
in the
issue.
acting.
Like the whole
Okay.
idea with the shark, the magic pencil or pen or whatever it was. Like
Uh-huh.
that seemed to be like the gist of the movie. And then they were like, "How can this kid get this? Oh, a gift from Grandpa. When do people get gifts? Oh, Christmas." And then they just kind of changed the format, added Christmas into it after the fact. And that's what
Oh,
we ended up with. Like this could have been a birthday gift, and the whole thing could have been like way different, probably better in some ways. But like, The Christmas just seemed and like really felt tacked on.
Did you say Grandpa? Oh
Uh,
God,
oh.
Grandpa!
Who knows?
Oh no, that happened. We just showed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Grandpa.
This
People get eaten. It's great. And
What
the
happened to
it's,
be Grandpa, man? That's fucked up.
I
People
just
lose
think
legs.
it's funny that in the little letter he got with the pen, it basically says he got it from Grandpa, but but him and Grandpa never talk about it. But
Yeah. Not
they
once.
talk about everything else.
they,
He's really proud of his eggnog.
it never
God.
comes up. It's like
the
not
cinnamon rolls.
any like, oh, thanks for the pen, Grandpa.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Papa.
elaborate pin, as
I know, right?
pins go.
Yeah.
A pin that would
And-
definitely like warrant a conversation of some kind.
Papa, where did
Mhm.
you get this pen in an engraved box that is in German, not Elven? But what does it mean? Where did
The
it
year
come
was
from?
19 We had to say Dickety on account of the Kaiser. It was the big war, and we were storming the
Pretty
Ah!
Yeah, they gets this pen, wakes him up for their traditional, Christmas fishing outing, even though he's grounded because that's the other thing. He draws the kid is an amazing artist, by the
Yeah.
way. Like comic book style art, Santa Jaws kicks ass.
Oh, yeah.
And his illustration for the school of the principal, was he like whipping a tied together group of children, I believe, because of enforcing school uniforms or dress code etiquette and things like that.
Right.
And his father works at the school. And, you're in so much big trouble, sir. You're grounded for a week. And it's just like,
That was a bit of an overreaction.
but then they let it go after that. Like they used that to make his father be a teacher so that his dad could have like 2 or 3 throwaway joke lines
Yeah.
Yeah.
throughout it, like making a snowflake that was a Mobius strip kind of thing. And his father blames Santa Jaws at one point when they finally start believing him about the shark. I'm just letting you guys know this, on global warming and invasive species coming into the bay. Dad, you don't get it. You saw because sharks with Christmas lights and hats and eyes that glow like Rudolph's nose are an invasive species, of course, to the Bay Area. I mean, I suppose they are, but not because of global warming.
Although global warming could be explained for Jaws the Revenge.
Which one was that?
That's the fourth one.
Okay. That's the one where it chases the...
It takes Florida.
Just like, I'm going to go all the way out of this to get revenge.
Michael Caine needed to make a car payment, so
Yeah.
So yeah, Santa Jaws was quite the movie, guys. We're like 8 minutes in and we got nothing to say. We're just like,
Okay, basically, Santa Jaws reminded me of one of those movies they made for TV for kids, for like the kids' tween. So you get a horror movie, but it's not exactly that.
I mean, look at him. Look at her.
Scary.
Been like summed up like and made much
Oh.
shorter and just been an episode of Bone Chillers back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking.
Goosebumps. Yeah.
See, I want to say Goosebumps, but because the cheesy factor of this, it actually fits in way better with Bone Chillers. And if you recall, Bone Chillers had the wonderful Franken Turkey episode. And I feel like this would have been like a really good follow-up to Franken Turkey.
Raz, I've never heard of that show, but now I am bloody intrigued.
yeah,
Frank
What?
and Turkey.
I mean, it's the level of like Goosebumps, just even sillier, and it all happens around like a high school setting. It's
Okay.
fucking hilarious.
I recommend it.
On a level between Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. One of those. Okay. But yeah, this... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm crediting Argyle Friday with getting the pictures because she took the initiative.
Ah,
That's
yes.
what she does.
You said you weren't feeling well, so I was trying to get something up.
I appreciate it. We all
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was surprised by how quasi family friendly this was being played out the entire time, and yet people were dying left and right.
True.
I mean, still the first when Grandpa, excuse the pun, but when Grandpa bit it
Yeah.
right there, it still kind of went, oh right, God, because it's been a couple of years, and I saw that and went, oh right, okay, and then everybody else is just spoilers, by the way. All of his family is being eaten. They think they get it, but the shark keeps coming back meaner than ever. Well, at one time they're firing off like gunpowdered stuffed turkeys at him.
Okay, that I have a problem with
Okay,
because
of course.
I mean, oh yeah, they discovered that the only way they can hurt Santa Jaws is with Christmas themed items because they get all these weapons from the comic book shop guy. And it never occurs to them that these are model weapons. They can't actually hurt anybody with like a plastic spear, basically, because the way they're holding it, it's not have to. You can tell it's designed to be behind a case, not to. They're like, oh, the arrow bounced off. Oh, the spear just kind of flopped in the water because it doesn't weigh anything. It has no heft to it to actually stick to a shark. The sword, we're just gonna hold it because we don't know what else to do with it. Like we can't cut the string of Christmas lights that with the sword
Yeah.
that we're
Right.
holding. But yeah, so that's I won't spoil that one for y'all. But
And
But they
they
do manage to find a way to kill it, though.
yeah, they have to attack it with to hurt it. Well, they try to, but they're like, let's try it. What if we impale it in the head? I
Right.
would love that. This is the brother's suggestion. Impale it in the head. So he draws a candy cane. It appears. Oh, look what happens. He got a horn instead. Or she.
Mm.
I'm sorry, Santa Claus is a she. Oh, God. But so they get these turkeys and they rig up a catapult because the father's a physics professor. Now they have a turkey pan hooked up with all these wooden things. And they have to use this little Christmas candy cane to hold it in place.
Hmm.
The brother's a fucking baseball player. He's a pitcher. And not only are they building a catapult to launch explosive stuffed Christmas turkeys at, I'm actually saying this sentence because it's true, at a shark that's wearing a Santa hat on its fin, coming up at the water, jingle belling its way there, that they have to attract with Christmas music. But they're like, okay, stop, move it to the left. They don't say how many degrees, it's just left. So they're all on this wooden thing over. And then every time they're put it down, okay, hold, stick the pin in, grab the turkey. Okay. The shark's only like a couple hundred, it's like 2 or 3 football fields away when it starts coming at them, and they have time to like aim 3 or 4 different turkeys at it. And they're like, pull, and then they get it out because they're going to shoot the shark after it eats the explosive turkey. Why doesn't the dad just hold down the pan if they're going to insist upon using the catapult? Just like hold it and kind of aim it like that, and then let him set it in and just release instead of like making him, okay, I'll stand back. Now you have the rope around the pin, pull. What? The shark would have like been doing laps waiting for them
Yes.
to get the goddamn turkeys, the explosive Christmas turkeys launched. I don't, and then it avoids them because it's like smart enough that it's like, oh, I must avoid these explosive Christmas turkeys. I eat everything else that comes into the water. Ha ha! But I've
Tremendous
got
waste of turkey.
Yes, they well, and the Santa Jaws actually has a very, very sad um, intro story. Oh, what do you call the intro story for a comic book character? I'm forgetting.
Like
Origin
The
story.
origin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was picked on with the shark pack, and they all like ganged up on her and beat her up. But then she ate the evil Santa Claus and gained all of his powers and grew and grew and grew and had to go off on her own evil ways. But she's also hyper intelligent and bloodthirsty and all about Christmas. is attracted to Christmas, but is also damaged by Christmas because of evil Santa. That, by the way, wow.
Yeah, that evil Santa was something else.
Feliz Navidad.
At least not be dead.
Yeah, I like that one. Good one.
That's right.
They used just about every possible fishing and or jumping the shark type reference ever created in the movie as well. So if you're a dad and you're running out of fish
Dad
jokes
jokes.
for some reason, yeah,
Lots to choose from.
this is for you. You can just get a little notepad and sit around, be writing things.
Yeah. Well, here's my big issue here, and it goes for any movie or story that does this. It's all a dream. Turned out it was all a dream.
But
I hate that.
But he still has the pen, and he still has the, they yeah, she still has the comic. So that's something that he couldn't have known of ahead of time, I don't think.
No. I mean, I guess not.
I think that's put in there to prove that it happened at the very end. But it, like when we first went to watch this, like I said, years ago, I can't remember what the name of the other movie was that was a much more serious movie before this. But it was something with a dad who was an artist that had a magic pen that drew stories that came to life. And I think Brendan Fraser was in it.
Monkey Bone?
Monkey Bone.
Yeah.
Monkey Bone.
Monkey Bone.
I love that
Okay.
movie.
I hadn't seen that, but I was like, oh, it's going to be something like, the
Encino
kid
Man?
can draw things that come to life. But then it was like, oh, they aren't very smart in this one at all. It takes them a ridiculous amount of time to figure out how it came to life to begin with, and then
the comic book guy gets the pen and he draws himself his own girlfriend from Russia who can't speak, obviously, and his own car, lots and lots of money, and
catch.
yada yada yada.
And
then he's eaten by the shark.
I to speak English, but then I'd have to talk to her, and do you know how hard that is?
Is it hard to talk to each other?
Meat.
See, it's so hard. He comes up with weird sounds. Exactly.
I have hepatitis. I don't know.
Just wow.
Yeah. So we watched this multiple times for I think almost all of us. Was this you guys' first watch of it?
My first.
It was my first.
Oh,
we didn't know it existed until y'all told us.
Yep.
Our work here is
Heard
done,
about
Del.
it, but I hadn't watched it.
This is a rare movie that somehow slipped past my radar. I can see why, but
For the guy who suggested Monster, this one slipped by you.
well, I mean, the thing is, at least Monster is funny. It's purposely bad, and it's funny. Like this, it was a movie.
Oh,
I
like
can say that it was a movie.
At least it was a little bit better than most made for sci-fi shark movies nowadays.
Yeah.
With the exception of Sharknado, though, because I love Sharknado. I'm like obsessed with Sharknado.
That movie was brilliant.
I have not watched Sharknado before. I just can't. I don't watch most of the disaster ones. Or
do yourself a favor and scope out the Riff Tracks edition of it.
Here's the thing about it, though. It's actually part of an overarching series. There's a spin-off with, again, same character, a lot of the same characters. They shared a lot of characters throughout the universes. Lava Lantula, which is a fire lava tarantula film, and a lovely, brilliant fucking zombie series that was very long-running called Z Nation. That's also in the same universe and shares characters.
Okay.
Curious.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
The first clue of its inclusion in Z Nation is hilarious. because Tara Reid's character in the Sharknado series is a doctor who publishes a book about Sharknadoes. And very early on, like the very beginning, like of season 1 of Z Nation, you actually see her book there on the table, like with her character and everything, like on the cover, like her book's like right in the show. And then one of the main military people from pretty much the entire series is very young in their military career in the Sharknado movies. So it was just one of those little things that I loved, and I actually didn't find out about that until like I think like either the final or the next to last Sharknado movie that I started finally putting it all together.
Okay.
Oh, are you sure they're done? I mean, the next to last currently produced.
Well, I mean, it's been a while. It's been like 4 or
They've
5
had-
years since the
they've
final
had-
one came out.
What was that? The 6th one that they did? They
At
have
one
6
point,
out.
they were doing one every year almost.
Yeah, they're for a bit. Yeah.
So, okay, is the premise of those seriously that there's just like water spouts or something that catch up sharks and go on land?
No, they're
Or
tornadoes.
that have sharks in them?
Yes.
Do
Yes.
they drop the now? Do the sharks attack things when they are not in a tornado?
No.
Or
I mean, kind of, because they fly
I mean,
out of
do
the
they
tornado
flop
and they
on the ground like
they
a
co-
shark would.
yeah, they do that kind of, but they come out of the tornado first.
So there's a very brief. Okay.
We
I
should
think
watch
it'd
it
be-
and find out so we're less confused. Or
I
more
actually love these movies.
Love
Like,
it.
they're the pinnacle of the made for sci-fi movies, but like they're the best because none of it takes itself seriously, and there's so many like major actual like movie and TV stars like in this shit, like ironically, but like it's the way it's done is hilarious. And the final one actually marked the end of that kind of movie being made for sci-fi, because sci-fi did their big shift after the final Sharknado movie to a different kind of program setup. They've been doing a lot more like indie, like sci-fi horror-ish stuff. Just a lot of more original programming and less of the cheesy stuff since then.
Okay.
Bummer.
Does anybody remember the sci-fi commercials from the beginning of sci-fi?
Oh, back before they changed the spelling of it and everything.
Yeah.
Sifi.
Yeah.
Why did they change that again?
Just branding. It was
Okay.
just
Like,
branding.
people ask questions.
Yeah, pretty much.
It works.
All right.
What's your
But
first
anyway,
This.
Santa Jaws. We're talking about Santa Jaws, right?
In respect.
Yeah, Santa Jaws. Why were the parents so
Dun-dun.
big on common sense that didn't make any sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Grandpa's dead. Look, should we at least go check on him? No. Give me your
Oh,
phone.
of course. He must be sleeping
this-
still.
This child of ours is always full of shit.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, he's creative and stuff. How did that happen?
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
Mom,
Instead
tell me
of
about
the-
your punk rock phase.
Instead of the dun, dun, it's
And of course, Santa Jaws eats the father's brother, and now Santa Jaws has jingle bells to announce their presence.
Oh yes. Jingle
Because
all
of
the
course.
way.
Jingle all
I
the
get-
way, motherfucker!
Wow.
Racist.
Yeah.
Who
I
told
mean,
you
that's
you
so
can touch
sad.
my cookies?
Ornaments to get them back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ho ho ho, you son of a fish.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
But she's a girl.
I got none.
I mean,
Dude, I've watched this multiple times now, and
How
all
many
I can say
times?
is that I have twice because we've
same
I
here.
think 3 times because
Oh.
I probably watched it twice for when we prepped the last time for it. But
Right.
what I can say about this movie is that I have seen it 3 times now, and there are candy canes involved.
Oh,
And
yes.
sharks.
Accomplished once.
And the model, I love the girl. The brother has this model girlfriend, and what do you model for? And she's like a made up version of Snapchat name,
Yeah.
And she's like, me and my 120 followers are going to be doing this. I need to be in a bikini for the Christmas thing out on the yacht, on the boat, in a giraffe thing. And yeah. Oh,
Okay.
my boyfriend's dead and everybody else is dead. I'm hanging out with a bunch of teenagers. So I'm going to suck on a candy cane real sexy just in case some of my followers might see me. I don't know.
Basically.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so
There's no stereotyping in this movie whatso fucking ever.
This is
Not
one of
at
those
all.
movies that's been out long enough that we're just basically spoiling the shit out of it for you guys because I'm not even. I mean, I feel comfortable with that because I'm not sure. I'll make you watch Monster, but I don't know if I want to make you watch this one.
It's on. It is on Amazon Prime Video, free to watch.
are you kidding me? This needs to be an annual Yuletide. Yeah.
Oh no, man! Like
Well, I was going to
something's
say
gonna have to
this
come along
needs
to
to
beat
be
Silent
like
Night, Deadly Night for me to switch up that.
well, this can very much do that. I mean, this has got to be an annual tradition. Right up
know,
there
man.
with, it's Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas special,
No,
the Rankin
Yeah, no.
Bass, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Jaws.
I think I'd watch Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg before I'd want to watch this. Like I'd watch that like 20 more times before I'd watch this.
Okay.
I just
Or maybe Violent Night.
Violent Night, that was a good one actually. That was
Violent-
hilarious, man.
Violent
I love
Night,
that
we
one.
changed everything for my birthday lament last year, and we all went to the theater and watched that movie before going to the pub. It
Hell yeah,
was a great movie.
I love that one.
Also
quite a
on
bit.
Amazon Prime. But would you guys recommend this?
Yeah.
Man,
depends on how much I like the person.
this is gonna
I
be
think.
one of those
Rez is torn.
exceedingly rare times where I've got to say no. And I'll recommend almost anything. So that's some effort they put into this.
I think that I've talked with a couple of people about this movie who I know do enjoy it, or maybe not enjoy it, but are at least aware of and have watched it and are able to be like, oh, so you watched Santa Jaws? Really? Shouldn't you have waited for Christmas? And we're like, no, we just have a random wheel. It showed up. And I admit this was one of my suggestions because of how bad it was. But I'd forgotten that it would be torturing myself to watch it yet again. So that's on me. Like I kicked myself by doing that. But yeah, there are like maybe 3 or 4 people in my life that I would suggest this to. And
There's only 3 for me. They're all in the same house. Yeah, so if you're watching, Mel, watch the movie and get back with me.
And Josh, what would you say?
I would say it hurt my soul by watching it out of season if I had one, but
Well, I'm going to contradict most of the people here and say this is a classic. You must watch it at least once every year during the Christmas season.
No.
Yes.
Don't
This has drinking game written all over it.
October is not Christmas season though.
No, that was actually because it was put on the wheel, and once
Yeah, I
you
know.
spin the wheel, you have no choice but to watch it.
This is true.
But wait until Christmas, pop it in, have yourself a
Or don't.
jolly good time.
Yeah.
This is what you get instead of like coal in your stocking. Like your parents just make you sit down and watch this movie.
It's better than Lamageddon.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta give it that.
So,
It was better constructed than Llamageddon. I'll give it that at least.
okay. All right. I wouldn't say it's life-changing like some of the 5-star reviews I've been seeing on Amazon, but yeah.
So ratings. I mean, we already decided whether we would recommend it or not. I'm going with 2.5 candy canes or candy cane harpoons because the artwork was actually pretty cool in the comics and the potential of the storyline was there. It just didn't get uncovered at all.
Are we still
So-
doing the 10-point system or a 5-point system? Because I'm trying to remember. I think we switched to 10 this season, right?
Oh,
I
did we
did.
switch to 10?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did.
okay.
Yeah. I thought we
Would
Well,
we
then I'm
still get
giving-
to?
Well, if it's on 10 points, then I'm going to give it a 3.5. It doesn't get-
It went up a point.
well, technically it went down half a point, but
Yeah,
but yeah, because I didn't want to be like, it gets a 2.125 from me. Friday, what about you?
I give it a 4. 4 candy cane harpoons. I'll go
Out of
with that
10?
one.
All right.
Josh?
About 4 Roberts, because it's better than most of what sci-fi puts out nowadays.
All right.
Raz?
I'm gonna give it 2 Roberts and an exploded bunny, solely just for the comic book guy, literally only for him. Because to me, like, he is what stole the show and what kind of made that movie worth watching. It, and I hesitate to say worth watching, but there you have it.
Okay, so I'm going to give this 6 legless elves. Simply because it's cheesy, but it's just delightfully charming in its own way.
Okay.
It does drag near the end, but it's also less than 90 minutes.
That's true.
So, all right. Are we going to spin the wheel now?
I'm trying to pull up the window.
Okay.
So give me just a second here.
I'm trying to find the thingies. Okay.
Thank you.
That sounds like a technical term.
It is a technical term. Unless you're in Texas, then the word is deal. And it confuses me.
The dealy bobber.
Yeah, they use deal in the place of thingy.
Who's a what's it?
What's a Makuzits?
Whatchamacallit?
Okay, I need to
I could
close
go
a
for
bunch
one
of
of those.
things because it isn't letting me
Talk
open up
amongst
windows.
yourselves.
Yeah.
Snoop
Yeah, for
Doggy
just a
Clamp.
second, I gotta
What movie
Snoop
do you
Doggy
hope?
Dog is
It's
neither a
fit.
Snoop nor a doggy nor a dog. Discuss.
No, I'm not willing to piss off Martha Stewart over that one.
Some of the recipes in his book sound good.
She's been to prison, man. She'd shank you.
I'm saying.
Although I do
Okay.
need to watch that movie Bones again.
That's good.
That's on my list.
All right, so
No,
get ready
neither.
to be inceptioned for just a second because this isn't letting me share the one window. So sorry about this. Okay. Here we
Whoa.
go.
Here we go.
Now do we have we
Okay,
got
let
it
me
up
know
there now?
when.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Ah.
What do we got?
And we have
Oh, stand up like
Stay
that.
out of the fucking attic. All right.
That's a good one.
It froze on the.
10 points for the 10 points for the title already. Don't even
Yep.
need to see it, but we will.
It
So
lagged on Monster for a second.
I know. I was like, yes, no.
yeah. Oh, see, even the wheels like nope. So, all right. So 2 weeks.
That was
Stay out of the fucking attic.
Yeah.
So, Raz, where can we find you?
You can find me at raztslasher.com, or hell, just type in my name for fun anywhere you want and just connect with me. I mean, Jenny there.
Del, where can we find you?
You can find me here. Go on to Facebook. This host body is Carrie, Kari Sanders. If you see a crow, that would be me. All of my links are there. When I am not here hanging out with you guys on the wonderful Owl Light Network, I am occasionally found over on the Dorkening as well, doing things with them. And once again, if you connect with me on almost all social media, you will hear back from Jenny, who will let me know what's going on. I'm generally on my own Facebook account. Uh, that I don't even know what media I have out there, but I've heard that I'm on TikTok. It's great. I'm excited.
Somehow.
On
Pack some
TikTok, you
pics
just
in my life.
haven't posted anything yet.
Okay, there we go. Hey Jenny, where can we find you?
You can find me wherever you find them on social media. Del, Raz, Fakor. And if you want to like go just for me, I'm on Friday with the Library in the Blue Box. Is my page. And Friday's Blues Disorganized Library is my group. Now, just pick anywhere and start talking to somebody. You'll get me, and then I'll tell them what you say, and then I'll pretend I'm them.
She's getting pretty good at
Yeah.
it.
She is, yeah.
Sweet
Josh.
Josh.
Find Jenny and you'll find me.
Buried somewhere.
Miss
So-
you, Uncle
Hopefully
Necro.
not in the back. The dog likes to dig back there.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I refuse to call it by its new name. And also the blogs, the Movies and Beer podcast, Confessions of a Christian Freak, and Necroshock Radio. Today's been fun. Until next time, guys, I am your humble servant, Uncle Necro. Get some help.
Yes.